Okay, so we're going to start by building a Facebook page for a local business. And I'm choosing this option because it is the option that has the most involved in setting it up. A local business or place is a physical location, like a brick and mortar. There's a actual location that people could go to for that Facebook page. Of course, the Facebook page is virtual and online, but you have a physical location for that business or whatever it is. It doesn't mean that as a photographer you couldn't have a physical location, or a brand or a product couldn't have a physical location. The local business option just happens to have better options for a actual local business. In the past, I've had questions as to whether or not a business with multiple locations should have multiple pages or just one page for all of those locations, and we'll talk about that in a later video as to where your strategy should be there. But right now, we're going to look at just creating a single page for a local business or place. So let's go ahead and click on that option. We're going to choose a category. We'll just go with professional services. I'm going to give it a name. So we're just going to call this the ABC demo group, because we're going to create this page and then I'm literally going to delete it after we're done. Street address, 123 Anywhere Street. It'll automatically want to fill in your city and state. And then you'll want to put in a phone number. And then hit Get Started. Phone number is not valid, of course. There we go. So the first thing it's going to ask is to add categories to improve the ranking of your page. So the ABC demo group needs some additional categories. And so what we will do is add in marketing. And you'll see that as you start to type, it's going to give you suggestions. So we'll type marketing consultant and we'll leave it at that. And then tell people what this page is about. ABC Demo Group helps companies with their demos. And then you'll want to put in a website address if you have that available. If you don't have a website address available, you don't have to put that in. You'll notice that it says fields marked by the asterisk are required, and that was not an option that was required. So we'll put in demogroup.com, just a fake website address. And then it asks, is this a real establishment? We want to choose yes. And then it's going to say, will this company be the authorized and official representative of the business? You need to choose yes for that as well. And then save info. Now, you may not have a profile picture ready to add. If you do, you can choose upload from your computer, and it's going to give you the option to choose a photo or a logo or something like that from your computer. You can also import from your website. And if you click on that option, it already has your website address because you typed that in, and it's going to load some photos from your website so that you can choose one. This is a good option if you don't have your logo readily available. You could pull it in from your website, potentially. So uploading from a computer, we could choose this option by finding an image, selecting it, and then hitting open, and it's going to go ahead and add that image, and then we're ready to click next. Adding to favorites, it makes it easy for you to access your page from that kind of sidebar that you have when you're viewing Facebook natively. Let me show you what that looks like really quick. If I go back to my standard news feed here, over here on the left-hand side is kind of those favorites or those quick links. And you'll see that here I have some Facebook pages that show up here, and they are items that were added to favorites. So if I clicked add to favorites, it's going to automatically add it there and make it easy for me to access it. I'm just going to click skip on this one. Now, the reach more people, Facebook is not shy in trying to get you to spend money. Before you've even done anything with your Facebook page, they are already suggesting that you spend money promoting it. I do not recommend that you spend any money on your Facebook page until you have some content up there. There's no sense in paying money to send people to an empty Facebook page. So I suggest clicking the skip button and skipping right over this option. Don't fall into that trap of throwing money at Facebook too early on. Now, your Facebook page is created, and you will most likely receive an email at this point with confirmation that your Facebook page has been created. You're also going to get these tips that pop up to help you get around your page. So this is your page tab. It says everything you need to manage your page. So we'll click next. It says like the ABC demo group. So if you click like, you are physically liking the page from your personal profile. If you are not ready for your Facebook friends to see this page, don't click like yet, because what that's going to do is let your friends see that you've liked this page, and this page is empty right now, so you may or may not want to do that. I always click skip because I want to make sure that my page is fully set up before my personal Facebook friends see that page. You can always click like later, so I recommend clicking on skip. And then over here, most important things, see an upfront information on the stuff you need to know about your page. I briefly explained this area to you in the previous video, and we'll go into more detail about what this information means in a later video. So click next. Invite your email contacts. Again, something that I recommend waiting to do until you have finished building your page and you're ready for people to see it. Click next, and we are done. We have a Facebook page that is set up. We don't have really anything there yet, but it is set up and ready for us to start customizing.